So, when you look at the last chapter of the book of Romans, it's easy to just see a long list of goodbyes, right? But what if it's something way more than that? What if it's actually a hidden blueprint for building a powerful, resilient community, what you could call a true ministry of love? Let's take a closer look.
I mean, what secrets can a simple list of names really hold? Well, it turns out, buried in these ancient greetings is a pretty profound model for human connection. It actually reveals the different layers of love that make a community not just good, but truly strong.
Okay, let's dive right in. The very first, most visible level of this whole community blueprint is all about what creates that powerful first impression. It's a foundation built on a welcoming unity.
So the idea here is that this first level of community has to be this visible, powerful unity that just hits you when you walk in the door. Think about Romans 16:14, where a whole group of people are greeted together, shoulder to shoulder. That outward show of love and togetherness, well, that's the foundational layer. It's the first thing people see and feel.
And there's a perfect story that illustrates this. Just imagine showing up to a church for the first time, and it's literally in a rundown house. The floors are shaky, you can see mice and crickets. I mean, physically, it is the total opposite of welcoming. But the spiritual environment inside? Well, that was a completely different story.
Yeah. Despite all the physical flaws, the feeling inside was just undeniable. You could just feel it. The love is stronger, the unity is stronger, the presence of God is much stronger. That powerful sense of community completely overshadowed the rundown surroundings. Now that is the impact of this foundational love.
So let's build on that foundation. Once you're past that initial welcome, you find deeper connections. Bonds that are really forged through shared experiences and having a common purpose.
And in Romans 16, these deeper bonds kind of fall into 4 key categories. We see connections that are built in hardship as fellow prisoners. We see them in work as fellow workers. Then there's support through patrons who helped out. And finally, in care, with figures who acted like mothers to the whole community.
But how does an ancient term like fellow prisoners even apply to us today? Well, the idea is that standing together when you're facing modern challenges, maybe facing real consequences for what you believe, that's a powerful way community bonds are forged through a shared struggle.
And now we get to the highest and honestly the most profound level of community and love that you can find in this chapter.
This highest level, it's captured perfectly in this line about Prisca and Aquila, who risked their necks for my life. Wow. I mean, that phrase alone just sets the stage for the ultimate expression of commitment you can find inside a community. And that is what we're calling sacrificial love. It's the absolute pinnacle of community, where people are literally willing to lay down their lives for one another. This is the incredibly powerful force that holds the entire structure together.
So this raises a really key question. If this is the kind of powerful, layered love holding everything up, what exactly is the structure that's being built here?
All right. Let's bring this all home. This is the final idea that pulls all these different levels together, and it really reveals the core concept of what makes a community not just survive, but truly thrive.
So here it is, the blueprint we've just walked through. You start with that welcoming foundation of unity, then it's built up with these strong pillars of partnership, forged in hardship, in work, in support, and in care. And the whole thing is capped by that incredible pinnacle of sacrificial love. And this really brings us to the ultimate conclusion, the big takeaway. The true foundation of a community that can weather any storm isn't built on rules or cool programs or impressive buildings. No, it's this ministry of love. These ascending levels of connection all working together. That's what forms the real lasting structure. And so that leaves us with one final question to think about. If your community is like a building, what's holding it together? Is it the programs and the official structure? Or is it the strength of the love at its very foundation, in its pillars and at its absolute peak?